Welcome to ABC, and it's time to crack some cans.
Whoa.
Hey, welcome back to Austin's Beverage Corner, episode 4. And today I have a very special guest for you today. His name's Ben, old Benny boy. He's a beverage. He's not a beverage anything, but he is a scientist. He's pretty smart. He got that knowledge.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you want to do another take.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Ben, what did you... so Ben and I, we went to Whole Foods and got groceries. We did it all in one big trip because we were responsible.
Observing appropriate
social distancing. And we grabbed some drinks while we were there. What did you end up grabbing out of the alcohol section today?
I got a hard kombucha.
Don't hold it too close to the light. Hold it down to the... To leave alone. Beautiful. I'm super excited because I know I did that beverage review. This is my first video I've ever done, and it was on the GT's kombucha. So, and I've tried GT's. I've tried Marin's kombucha, and I've probably tried a couple others. I just don't really remember. But I am super excited to try the hard kombucha.
Oh, 4.5 ABV.
And today I decided to buy it's like a watermelon infused wheat beer, and I really love the can art on this. I've only had like one other fruit infused wheat beer before, Samuel Adams Cherry Wheat, which was excellent. So I've had a lot of positive experiences. I think it's by 21st Amendment Brewery. Yeah, that's what it says. But do you know what the 21st Amendment actually is?
Please enlighten us. Either the amendment that abolished or put in place prohibition. I would guess.
Oh, that's a really good guess. We'll probably check that a little bit later. Cheers,
a little
man.
energetic.
Not over the computer.
That got every. Smells
here.
Like kombucha.
I'm gonna pour another cup for my friend Ben.
Thank you.
So visually, mine's like a very light. It looks like pee. Ben's having a problem over here.
I'm just soaked in kombucha a little bit. Sorry.
Well, whatever. So mine's kind of a golden color. It's got a nice foamy head on it. It smells like a wheat beer, and you can smell a little bit of the watermelon notes. It smells very natural, like a real watermelon, not like that artificial like Jolly Rancher watermelon. Oh, that's really good.
Just a hint of the smell, the watermelon.
It smells like a summer watermelon. Like if you went over to somebody's house and they had the watermelon out on a picnic table and they
that's delicious.
Sliced it open. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like an artificially like super strong smell.
And now I'm gonna drink it out of the can the rest of the time.
It's also like got none of those sour notes that I've had in other like watermelon flavored stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, dude. That's the kind of beer I like. I don't like the sour stuff.
Yeah, this is really not very tart at all. Maybe just a tad.
You're big on the tart stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you.
Well, in this case, it works really well. Like I wouldn't want a sour like wheat beer here.
Yeah. Well, maybe there is a wheat sour
delicious.
we can try sometime in the future. I'm glad you like it.
That's really delicious.
Well, we have a lot of it, so you can drink as much as you want. Yeah. Well, one thing that really stands out to me is this can. If you go on my Instagram, there's actually you'll get a way better picture of this. But
Oh, thank you.
It's got like a Statue of Liberty on it, and she's sitting on the Golden Gate Bridge,
which is kind of
the bridge
from sea to shining sea.
And we've got a boat with watermelon in it.
I'd call it a barge.
A barge.
Yeah.
It's like a watermelon barge with all these slices of watermelon on it. She's holding a watermelon, and that's pretty much it. But it's really cool art. I don't want to describe it in too much detail.
Is this their address in Roman numerals on the tablet?
Yeah.
Nice.
What about, let's try yours, man.
All right.
Enough about me.
All right.
I'll come back to mine. I'll come back
you
to
a cup there.
Okay.
Well, hold this one up. It's kind of like cloudy-ish looking, bigger bubbles. Definitely smells vinegary.
It smells like feet. I'm super.
Definitely some of that fermented like funk going on. It's
fun. It's funky monkey.
Yeah, definitely smelled really vinegary when I spilled it all over myself. Oh, you get that's not a sour some you've had. You definitely get the ginger right away.
Ooh, the ginger is strong.
I don't know if they've oaked this or what. I'll have to do some research.
Is it an oak? Is it an oak barrel aged?
It doesn't say on the can. So it might not have been fermented in a barrel, but they could have added like oak chips to the brewing process.
That would have been cool if they had gotten like used barrels.
Used wine barrels. Yeah, I
don't taste any wine in it though. They might have been using new oak barrels, or they do like charred oak barrels.
Well, then I would think it would be like a bourbon-y color instead of like this light.
Now, do I think that the oak and the ginger like get along perfectly? No, it needs to be like a smoother joint of those two flavors. But it was still it worked out really well, especially the oak. If they did this and it was only oak, I would drink it.
Only oak-flavored kombucha?
Oak-flavored kombucha.
No, I think they go really well together, actually. Like, the ginger's kind of...
You know what it needs in it? Lemon. That would set it off. No, just a touch of lemon to, like, smooth over the oak transition. Maybe the ginger to the oak transition.
Scent. Maybe just, like, lemon peel.
Yeah, like a touch of...
Some zest.
Yeah, a zest. What do you call that when you, like...
Zest.
Do that with the...
Zest. You zest
That's
lemon.
what a zest is?
Yes.
Okay.
When they say lemon zest.
If I have... Actually, I think I have a lemon.
If you have a microplaner? A microplane?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I don't have one. But if I had one, yes.
I have one. I have one in my apartment.
You should have brought one.
Yeah, well, you should have told me that this could have used lemon.
I didn't know that we were going to need a microplaner today.
No, I think these work pretty well, though.
Added that to my repertoire, a microplaner.
Yeah. The oak and the ginger is, like, kind of in your face, but... they're just kind of meant to be that way. So I think it works really well together. Not too sour from the smell.
It's kind of funky and it's not too sour, yeah.
Yeah, from the smell I thought it would be like really tart. It just like hit me as soon as I spilled it.
I would drink this again if someone gave it to me, but I wouldn't buy it.
My roommate would like this actually.
Would you buy that again?
Yeah, Ryan really likes ginger.
So yeah, him and your roommate actually. Ryan, he drinks a lot of sours, right?
He drinks a variety
They drink the most sour shit they can get.
I like sours. I like gozes. I like sours. You know, it's all
so if you like that stuff, you'll love this. Or his girlfriend drinks. Irene drinks the
ciders.
The ciders. So if you're big on cider, give it a shot. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep drinking mine.
All right, so we're gonna move on to another segment. Kind of spice things up a little bit. I've got Quora open up here, and we've decided to give unsolicited advice to random posters that we find on here, and we're gonna wing it. We're gonna do our best.
When was this decided?
Just now. You decided it with your eyes.
All right.
What is the coolest psychological trick?
Do
you know any cool psychological tricks?
Cool psychological tricks. Oh, you can try gaslighting people to get what you want out of them.
Give me an example.
I don't despise you as a person. You want to buy me some pizza?
How about one where it's like, hey, I want to come over, but I don't have a car. You know what I'm talking about. A really cool one that I learned on Reddit, actually. Okay, so when you're walking, if you look at where you're going, people, like supposedly, and it could just be, what do you call that? A placebo effect.
You could have just seen it on Reddit.
No, I've actually done this.
Oh, okay.
So when you're walking and there's like a lot of people, like I used to like jump around people all the time when I'm walking. It's fucking weird, and you end up like sometimes like running into people or like doing the awkward like dance and stuff. You know?
If you concentrate too hard on what you're doing, you like go left, go right.
Yeah. So if you look at your destination, other people's eyes actually track where other people's eyes are, so they know where other people are walking. So if you don't look at the person or the people that you're trying to walk around and you focus strictly on your destination of where you're walking, people will walk around you. I did not know that.
You've prepared for this.
No, I'm serious. This was a real thing. It just came up, and I read it on Reddit. I did not prepare for this.
Oh, okay.
I found it on Reddit. Ooh, here's a good one. What are some unwritten social rules everyone should know?
Ooh, so... There's a lot of them. Culturally, like, don't make unnecessary noise when you're chewing. Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah, people don't like that.
Screw that.
Ooh, I've got one. So, like, and this is like a dude thing. I don't know if you ladies out there do this, but... No, it's like if I go to the bathroom and there's a guy standing at the urinal, like by law, I have to be one urinal apart from him. And there's no, like, we didn't have like a big convention meeting on this. We just do it.
Yeah, social distancing.
Or in the movie theater, like you always sit, if you don't know the person, you always sit one seat away from them.
Oh yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, one seat over. I think that's a pretty big one.
It's definitely a rule.
Ooh, not being on your phone during the movie. That's a good one.
Yes.
Or
yes,
hold your baby's mouth to keep them from crying during a movie.
Don't bring small children to movies.
Ooh, here's a good one. Okay, Ben, if you are in an open area of the Arctic tundra, and are approached by an aggressive polar bear, what should you do?
I would use my firearm, which I would be required to carry on me in certain states. Or I would jump into the nearest car that people that live in such areas are required to leave unlocked.
You know that for sure?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know so much about
I read that on
the
Reddit.
Arctic?
Reddit, duh.
Reddit?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would do if I was approached by a big mean polar bear is I would scream and I would wave my arms around and I'd be like the biggest, meanest version of myself that I could possibly be, and I would scream so loud, bang pots together, whatever I had to make the most noise possible, and I would scare the shit out of that polar bear. And he'd turn tail and run away.
Oh, man.
And I'd be like, you don't want to mess.
Could be.
I would.
Scare the bear off.
I would scare the bear off.
Fact check all of this information, people.
Okay,
do this one.
Why do people point lasers at airplane cockpits?
Because they have nothing better to do. Or this is like...
you should never do that. It's a really great way to get arrested and probably thrown in jail on some federal charges.
I'm pretty sure that's a federal crime.
That's definitely a felony. Mm-hmm. It's got to be.
In Hong Kong, they took down drones using laser pointers.
Okay, who is taking down the drones?
Like protesters. Like in Hong Kong, they've been seen taking down drones with laser pointers because they blinded it. And
how do you blind a drone? Does it interfere with the radio frequencies?
I think somebody has to be controlling it. So whatever camera or whatever system they were using to control it, either that blinded the visual camera.
Oh, they're shining it into the lens.
Yeah, or something like
That's
that. But you see the drone
That's pretty funny.
So, I don't know. If you're protesting in favor of democracy, maybe that's the only time you do it.
Yeah, if you're in China... I guess when in China.
When in Hong Kong, protesting in favor of democracy. Yeah. Otherwise, don't do that. That's bad.
I think people shine lasers into cockpits probably because they were dared to.
Maybe so.
Somebody was like, I dare you, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Or
and then he got double dog dared.
Whoa.
And he was really hard to turn that down, and he was like, you know what? I have this laser right here, but I'm not going to do it. And then... and then you know what happened.
I
triple dog dare you. That's what happened. Will America collapse and become a third world country in the wake of COVID-19?
Well, we don't have universal health care or anything like other civilized countries. One could argue that...
Oh, man, our healthcare is so bad. It's so bad, you guys. You have no idea. Anybody who's not in this country... It's bad.
You could argue that we're halfway there.
I don't even want to go to the hospital when I get... the way it's set up is, you get insurance, right? And then you go to the hospital and then they ask you what insurance you're on. The hospital, charges these exorbitant prices for things. But the amount is so ridiculous, it doesn't even matter.
Basically.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
And then, the hospital might not determine the prices itself, and there's insurance. It's a huge mess of interconnected bullshit.
American healthcare sucks.
Although we, by definition, also can't be third world, because we are the first world. The Soviets were the second world. And everything not belonging to those two spheres of influence was the third world. That was the original definition. So we are the first world because we are the United States. And then, I guess Russia is no longer the Soviet Union.
Tear down this wall.
I don't think America is going to collapse and become a third world country. Let us know in the comments what you think it would take to get America to become a third world country. What would it take? Probably a nuclear war. Or a really severe... we don't know how severe this pandemic's going to turn out. Oh, here we go. If someone attacks you with a knife and you have had a lot of hand-to-hand training but no knife training, what is a good strategy to fight them with? Do you keep them at range with kicks or going super close for a grapple and break? What do you think, Ben? Don't look at any of the suggestions.
Because it says...
I think you're cheating. Don't look.
If you had a lot of hand-to-hand training, which I have not.
So you have.
So I don't know.
No, you're supposed to pretend.
I'm supposed to pretend.
Yeah, this is shit posting. Here we go.
So you wait for them to thrust, and then you grab their wrist, and then you pull it, and then you take them down.
Anybody who's an expert on this, feel free to correct him.
Or you do what Clint Eastwood did, and you get your jacket, and you get them to stab the jacket.
That's what it is.
And you wrap up their hand, and then you
that's
take them down.
Those are way better answers than I can think of right now. I'd be like, look, and then run away. If somebody pulled a knife on me, which has happened before, but I'm not going to tell that story.
That's rough.
Ask me some other time. But I reacted very inappropriately. I actually laughed at him. Do not laugh at people when holding a knife at you. You know what? You're supposed to intimidate him. You go up to him and you go, pfft. I'm not scared of knives. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just put it away.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
This isn't a section on
Yeah,
lucid
really?
This isn't lucid dreaming, Austin.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Can my husband
here we
forgive
go.
me from cheating?
All right, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that someone has already invented time travel, figured out how dangerous it was, and destroyed their time machines?
I've seen that movie.
Was it called Time Machine?
Yes. Inspired by the book by what? H.G. Wells.
I don't think it's possible because I think time traveling in and of itself is a contradicting idea. So, like, I think it was... so I think they asked Hitchens this question, like... And basically his answer was, if time travel had already been invented, then we would be visited by hordes of time-traveling tourists to, like,
Maybe
see our stuff.
Unless they put a temporal prime directive in place. In the Star Trek universe, you know, they have laws set in place that prevent people from meddling with the timeline. And if they can go back in time, they can probably disguise themselves.
I think it's possible. There's not enough practicality in it for us to actually do it.
What is the hardest truth of life?
What I think the hardest truth of life is? I think the hardest truth of life, and again, I read this on Reddit, but it stuck with me. It stuck with me. You teach people how to treat you.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
You're welcome.
Not too bad, actually. In a similar fashion, you have to like yourself before other people can like you. Is that too similar?
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh. Other people aren't responsible for making you happy. You have to be able to make yourself happy to be in, like, a relationship.
All right, Ben. What do you think people do for eternity in heaven and hell?
This has been covered.
What do you think?
This has been covered in many, many different sources. So in heaven, you do craft projects.
Jeez, this
you
guy.
You do arts and crafts projects all day.
Arts and crafts.
Puzzles, you know, the like.
Okay.
You make stuff out of
What else do you do?
Like make stuff out of egg cartons. You can always get a really good like fountain soda. So you spend a lot of time at the soda bar. But like with the marble countertops, the old timey soda guy with the, you know, like the little like bolo tie.
Oh, you like John's up to you. And he's like,
and he's got the little things around his
Sonny.
sleeves.
Yeah.
And he'll make you a chocolate soda, and he'll know what it is and make it for you.
What's hell like? What's your version?
There's
of
no
hell?
Wi-Fi anywhere. No Wi-Fi. Or when when the network
These are the
pops
best
up,
answers ever. I'm so glad I asked you this.
it'll like allow you to start connecting, but then it'll disappear before you can actually connect. Should we go with this one?
Yeah.
Okay. What is better, Coke or Pepsi, and why?
Okay. First of all, if you drink that horse piss, is it called Pepsi?
You're lucky we agree.
You are wrong. You should not drink Pepsi. It tastes terrible. And I'm going against the majority of my family that's Pepsi drinkers.
I have to apologize to my family.
Most of my family are Pepsi drinkers. I don't understand it. I don't like it. It tastes terrible. Coca-Cola tastes way better than Pepsi. I don't really drink either of them regularly at all. When you drink a soda, it's supposed to like sting all the way down the throat. It's supposed to hurt a little bit. Coke tastes balanced. And it's got it's a little rough around the edges, but it's also sweet and caressing. You know, so that's why I like Coke.
I feel passionately about this too.
You feel passionately about this?
I feel very passionately about the Coke versus Pepsi.
Is trash. It doesn't taste good. It's got way too much sugar in it, and they just copied Coke anyways. I think Coke came out before Pepsi.
Ah, yes.
Coca-Cola was the OG. Pepsi copied them. They built up the same freaking drink and made it taste worse. And now what? Now.
What now?
Pepsi made Mountain Dew, though. And Mountain Dew is freaking delicious.
The Pepsi company has good products.
What's your take on Pepsi? Just
same.
Coke versus Pepsi. You feel the same way?
The same. Absolutely. I have to, like, my family members that like Pepsi, I still love you, but I don't like your decisions.
Now, you know what tastes better than Coke and Pepsi? RC Cola. Have you ever had RC Cola?
Really? Only at, like, weird barbecues that I've been to.
It's only available at, like, Aldi and stuff. And for some reason, it pairs magnificently with pizza. Have you ever had Big Red?
Is that the Mountain Dew, like, Code Red knockoff or what?
No, it's just a big bottle, and it's red. It says Big Red on it, and it tastes like... Have you ever had the Big Red gum?
Oh, yeah.
If that was a drink...
So is it cinnamon flavored?
It's kind of soda-y, cinnamon-y flavored.
Oh, weird. You ever had birch beer?
No.
It's kind of like root beer, but...
Is that made by Pepsi?
Birch. No, absolutely not. It's kind of like root beer, but different. And I think it has that same artificial red coloring. There's all kinds of like regional sodas and stuff we could do.
All right. So we had some beers, right? I hung out with my bro Ben. We brought him over. We talked about science. We talked about
A little bit.
We answered any question that you guys could have put out on Quora. You know,
If anybody uses that.
I mean, what'd you have? That Flying Embers beer.
Yeah, I had this Flying Embers hard
And
kombucha,
I had
ginger
the
and oak.
Hell or High watermelon. Fantastic beverage.
Yeah.
You should go out and get it. We got it at Whole Foods. And they also have it at Giant, by the way. So we're up here on the northeastern coast. You got anything you want to add, Ben?
No, that's about it. These were both really tasty. I like both of these.
For sure.
You know, we don't always agree on our tastes, but these were both really delicious. So.
All right. Thanks for spending time with us. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you next time. Peace.